Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, evening, and welcome into another No Logic matchup. Once again, is between prieR57 and Bread-kun. Unfortunately, Bread-kun's timer is a bit off, so I'm not quite sure how to fix that. But anyway, I'm Misanthropic Buddha. I am also doing the tracking, and today I am joined by one JD Silvergun. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing great, thank you so much. So they have gotten started here, so we're just gonna wait here for the old restream. But yeah, so hopefully we can get somebody to hopefully fix the timer, because I don't know how to do it on the actual layout. And so both starting out different locations. Ooh, okay, early lamp. Early lamp's good.
Yeah, that is ridiculously good for both runners. Amp, an extremely powerful item in No Logic. It allows us to manipulate variables and do misslotting glitches, and we'll get more into that later. But for anyone that doesn't know, No Logic is a mode where the items are placed completely at random with no regards for accessibility, and we are going to use several major glitches to beat the game anyway. So prieR did a glitch called Funny Auto Walk thing to get the small key on the island, and it's a good one. Small key to Tower of Hera is commonly used to unlock Swamp in this mode. Good shot. In the Lost Woods for Bread, wow.
I see this is slowly implying almost a jet seed here.
Well, I don't want to say that just yet, because there's always the possibility of like missing swords, missing rods, but it could be a fast one.
Okay, prieR now gonna go grab some knowledge. Desert.
Okay, so Bread is farming bushes for some reason. Okay, so a mushroom, 300 rupees, and a heart container in Sahasrara, and I missed what was on the lumberjack on Bread's
20
side.
bucks.
Alright, well that's a relief that we don't need to worry about that.
So once again, Aga1 is dead. Never have to worry about it again.
So Bread showing the lumberjack, Death Mountain Ascent, or DMA as we call them for short.
Ooh, probably want that.
Yes, a very nice bow on top of the rock there. Alright, so prieR showing us a different DMA, the contemporary DMA, usually seen in vanilla speedruns, to get past the rock to get into the cave and rescue the old man. And prieR showing what boots clipping can be annoying. Sometimes it's just a little awkward, but he gets it done.
So now prieR's gonna go ahead and rescue the old man. Bread-kun gonna do a inside check, see some arrows. We'll have none of it. I think also we'll pursue a old man rescue.
Just a piece of heart today, but the save and quit point is very valuable in glitched modes. The mountain is kind of the center of everything, despite being on top of the map.
Right. prieR went ahead and clipped his way into a graveyard. So we'll see what the prize is, and I'm assuming probably do some bomb farming as well. Well, that's important.
Yes, a bottle, very powerful glitched items, kind of a go-to solution for dungeons if we have nothing better. They're definitely nice to see early. So, Bread-kun also doing the Graveyard Ledge DMD, in case you missed it on prieR's side. Okay, where are we going now for prieR? Oh, it's just doing the overworld glitches King's Tomb check. Bit of an odd choice, but I mean it works though.
Yeah, he's the only one I've seen so far who does that particular path to get there. And not much, only a compass.
Yeah, I mean, door glitches are just so powerful, like, I would just, you know, I'm always surprised if people don't take advantage of them. Like, the more common way, I'm sure we're gonna see Bread attempt that shortly, is the door juke from Mini Moldorm Cave to King's Tomb.
prieR feeling like he's got enough is going to do... Well, going to do at least the Lost Woods check, but may also pursue Cack Village.
Yeah, going to get the hookshot in the Thieves' Hideout. Presumably.
One would hope.
Alright. Very good.
Okay. Hookshot get. As I think Bread is going to go ahead and wipe out the South Shore. 50. Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, it's still early. I mean, 50s are nice.
Yeah. Yep, so prieR is going to do... also, I guess, yeah, with the bottle as well, you can pretty much knock out pretty much everything. Alright, so...
Yeah, having money and bombs as well are nice for town. I don't like to go to town immediately myself.
Right. Understandable.
TR small for Bread-kun and the hammer in Mini Moldorm with flippers and the book. Interesting. And we're dancing around for some reason, and we're doing a door juke.
So for Bread-kun, it was book, hammer, and flippers?
Yes, that is correct. I missed Blindside because I was fixated on Bread doing some weird motions and doing the door juke to King's Tomb.
Yeah, I know prieR got a small key, but I missed what it was. So my apologies. The small keys are probably going to be a bit out of order. Bread-kun...
And the big keys are more important. Oh,
Yeah.
Pearl and Ice Rod for prieR.
Okay. I saw the Ice Rod, I didn't see the Pearl. Another
Early
big key.
Moon Pearl is pretty, like, interesting in this mode. TR Big Key would definitely one of the better ones that for a non-cave key on the bottle vendor.
I think as Malmo would say, that's a spicy Moon Pearl. Would be 7 minutes in.
Oh yeah, I agree with that because like most of the general routes for NL like basically assume that you don't have the Moon Pearl. But yeah, it opens up a lot more options.
So Sick Kid will have money. So yeah, eventually prieR will get down to South Shore and will be handsomely rewarded.
Alright, well it looks like Bread-kun is going to show us what we missed in town here. Map in the library.
So knowledge. Thieves. Small key to pod. Okay.
Oh, big key to desert is good. Okay, very nice.
Desert, small key to pod.
Our first sword on the race game. And prieR actually could dupe that with the bottle that he has. Something recently pointed out by one of our favorite runners, Tam. Posted a very nice video for anyone that didn't know. We're not going for it, but...
Oh.
Oh wait, actually that was maybe... No, I may have actually got a little mixed up there. Duping overworld items is a little bit weird. Like, we're talking about, like, different behavior as of recently, so I could actually be mistaken about that. But there are a lot of overworld dupes, but that one might be a little weird.
Fair enough.
I think maybe a South YBA from the race game screen might allow you to collect it twice, but... I don't know, I might have to test that. Oh, I'm not finding anything in desert so far.
No.
Yeah, so this is a setup for a quadrant glitch. We want to get on a specific pixel and then get shot by the BMOS.
And then take damage, because then that'll be pretty much going to death warp immediately after.
Yeah, you're totally locked in after you do this trick.
Will we get a camera scroll? No. But it was money.
Yep.
And then... that was bombs.
Ah, good eye.
And so prieR had, as you just mentioned, prieR had to commit Sudoku because you can't get out. And now Bread is about to get his first sword.
So Bread, I think, oh yeah, also has the bottle from Graveyard Ledge and is setting up a YBA.
Oh. Don't think I've seen this one yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way the screen is, it's going to be a south or east, which is pixel perfect. And I'm not sure if that was actually successful. Did his health restore as well? Oh, it did, yes, because he bombed himself.
So, oh.
So in theory, he should be able to collect the item, leave, and then come back, and the item is still there. If this works the way I think it is.
Well, let's see. So, got the... took a couple tries, but got the sword.
Yeah, it's important to not soft lock when you're getting that item.
Right.
Just want to point that out.
prieR did get a bottle in Agina's cave.
Oh, very nice.
So now Bread is... okay, so Bread save and quit.
So if... yeah... forgot to check Link's house after the Houlihan, that's kind of amusing. Yeah, I wonder if Bread is going to go back to the race game right away, and... oh, he's buying a potion. He wants to dupe it more than once, if that was in fact successful. Like, I've had an issue trying to dupe this item in the past, but with different, like, updates, like, to the rando, like slightly different versions. Like, some of this behavior does change a little bit, so maybe Bread was successful.
I thought I clicked the bottle, but I guess I didn't. But whatever. Anyway. It's there now.
Alright, so prieR doing a Hera pot, to skip the big key in Tower of Hera. Green rupee, very not helpful. Bread-kun getting the info about desert being the green pendant, and is going to get a mushroom as well.
And so, since, as already mentioned before, how in previous tournaments, how useful Hera can be, we'll just go ahead and just take out Moldorm now, regardless whether this is a crystal or a pendant. Down goes prieR.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. A bit of a time loss there. But yes, that is correct what you were saying. The last time I did a race, I had to kill Moldorm specifically to get the swamp crystal. Like, I literally had no other reason to do it, and no better solution. So that definitely is something that will happen in Seeds.
And despite having 3 hearts, I mean, fortunately well, not that it matters, but fortunately he didn't hit the switch, so he could have got some extra hearts should he have fallen again. What does Moldorm have? Money. And a crystal acquired. So now Bread-kun bombed himself into position there, I think.
Yeah, it's possible that you
then
don't
he hard
get...
reset.
Yeah, so the problem with the bomb or like bonk type setups is you're not guaranteed to get on the last pixel. It guarantees you're on the one of the last 2 pixels, and this East YBA is a pixel perfect setup.
prieR jumped down and then took a look at the top and saw what it was.
Well,
Scar is saying that I guess the YBA was missed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an unfortunate time loss, but he could get that time back later very easily just by having a stronger sword, depending on how the seed plays out.
Here we go. I guess, what, round 2?
Yeah, I mean, in theory, his Master Sword should already be there, which is...
No, his health didn't refill. I just saw his magic go back.
Also, I think he wants to load the item in first. I think you want to actually visually see the item before you do this kind of thing. Pretty sure is how it works. So I'm a little bit concerned about that.
prieR acquiring a small from the island. Small skull.
Yeah, East Death Mountain play for prieR. This makes a lot of sense. Not too hard to do because we found plenty of weapons.
Yep. So pretty standard here. You check the 1 in Spiral, then you check the 48 chests in Paradox. And then I guess from there we'll see what his next play is.
I'd have to imagine that he wants to go back for the bow sometime sooner rather than later.
Bread.
Okay, so we're buffering.
Nope.
Oh no, we're not buffering. We're just
he
angry.
didn't get the YBA again. So that was a frustration swipes.
Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate how long this is taking. And Malmo in chat pointing out that Bread-kun could Balayame himself, a reference to an old HMG tournament as someone, you know, a notable tutorial maker, Balayame, duped the damn sword multiple times only to get a sword at Uncle like 5 minutes later.
Red Cane and Paradox.
Yeah, that is very nice.
And Quake.
Quake. And another TR small. Alright, well, Samaria is a very powerful item and goes nicely with the items we already have as well. So Bread
has his Master Sword.
Yeah, so the first dupe was successful. I'm curious about the second dupe though, because I didn't see if he like scrolled the screen and loaded in the item or not.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that matters for every dupe, but like generally it's how people say to do it.
Okay, so that's why he was still trying to continue with the YBA and stuff, was just to potentially turn into a Master Sword or a Tempered Sword.
Yes, that's right. And I think that he thinks that it was successful, but we don't know yet.
He'll have to go back and check if there's another sword waiting for him.
Yep. And as predicted, prieR did grab the bow, and
prieR clipped the wrong way there. There you go.
Yeah, do with the teleport method. It's always possible. If you're 1 pixel off, you just get the up teleport.
So here we are in Cave State Pod.
Yeah, very peaceful place.
See what sort of goodies he can find, not knowing that at least at the very least Mini Moldorm Cave, somewhat stacked. Though to be fair, I say that I don't know how really important the book really is, other than checks.
I mean, it is peace of mind. Like, you know, you're not going to have a book on Trinex and then rods on tablets situation if you see the book. And given that their Go mode, nice sword for prieR. I was just going to say, given that their Go mode is not going to be swords in this seed, the tablets could potentially be helpful, but we just haven't seen them yet.
Interestingly, that Bread opted to use the key as opposed to going up to the attic first, so he didn't try to save scum it.
The route, I think the route that he did, you have to use the key because we need to hit the switch. But with Samaria, you're already on the other side of the switch door.
Oh, okay, I might not have. Might just be ignorant to it.
Yeah, because if you do the Samaria glitch to get up there, then you're already in the hallway. You don't need to flip the switch to access, like, you know, change the pegs to stand on the switch, is what I'm trying to say. And prior going for a bomb juke, and yeah, this cave state pod play has been kind of interesting because we don't have a cave state big key, I don't think, which is why we did not go to the back, I'm guessing. But this juke, if it's successful, will eventually get us to Hookshot Cave. Okay, his first step done, the actual juke itself. Now we just need to do some specific movement and not soft lock, and we did that, so that's good. Okay, so meanwhile, Bread is fighting blind in desert state, so probably gonna pick up that green pendant from desert and fulfill the boss requirement of thieves at the same time.
No, no LSD.
He's just going to use the pendant to warp him to the front. My one concern about doing it this way, which, I mean, this is an efficient way to do this, but since we're in desert state and not cave state, we're orphaning the big chest while still having the hammer. So prior could potentially get an advantage if prior goes to Mini Moldarm Cave and gets the hammer. Which actually... Hey, did prior do South Shore? Or did they not get there yet?
Prior, no, he didn't go yet.
Okay.
So just to confirm, because Bread-kun had defeated the boss. Wait, never mind.
Yeah, so Bread has the desert green.
He's got the
pendant.
green pendant, but he's got desert. All right, okay. Is that a fire? Is that a fire rod?
I believe it was in Super Bunny Cave.
I actually couldn't tell from the stream. What was the other item did he get? That wasn't blue. That wasn't blue mail. I'm gonna cheat, see if I can figure it out. No, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other thing was, but
I actually missed it as well. I glanced back to his side just as he was getting the fire rod, which is technically go mode if prior wants it to be. Like with some pearl, hook pushing, 2 bottles, both rods, 2 swords, even a bow on top of it. Yeah, this is a ridiculous jet seed. It's official at this point. There's no debating it.
yep, prior having a little bit of trouble there. There we go.
Yeah, that roller does quite a bit of damage. You need to be careful there.
True. So we now know that the Thieves' Town was a pendant. And for prior, as you can see, he's a crystal TR.
Yeah, prior could go for this boss kill. I mean, it's a little gross, like with Master Sword, but it's certainly doable. Yeah, we even have Samaria and the big key. Like, what a rare sight.
Yeah, I mean, he can just go to it vanilla, no hook pushing required.
Yeah, I like this route from prior, actually. I didn't, like, put it together right away, but, I mean, he didn't have to juke to go to Hookshot Cave because we have the Moon Pearl, but, like, the whole Hookshot Cave into TR play makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Prior gonna take the time to do laser bridge. Understandably so.
Yeah, good density. A sword or silvers could help him. He doesn't know the flippers are for free, but I think with the hook pushing that we have, Nice Meyer big. With the hook pushing we have, flippers are less strong in this seed than they would otherwise be.
Mm-hmm. Malmo, I missed it. Did Bread do 7 dashes in Sea House?
Man.
Somewhere, there was a disturbance in the force for Fricker, and he didn't understand why.
Yeah, it always amuses me. You can tell who has
did
never
4?
speedrun the vanilla game by the way they do certain rooms. That is one of them.
Can't believe he did 4. I'm hurt. That hurts my soul.
Well, if anyone in chat is legitimately curious, the correct number of dashes in Sea House is anywhere from 0 to 2 maximum.
Alright, so now a little bit of problem. Oh. He had a green... Was that a green or a blue potion? Does that look like a green potion, but it's both his magic and his hearts refilled? That was a blue.
Yeah, I missed the consumption of the potion.
Oh,
the chat confirming it was blue.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because prieR would have been dead otherwise if he didn't have it. He got 1 heart near the end. He had a refill. Okay.
Well, nonetheless, gets it done.
Yeah, no, job done. Who cares? TR done and dusted. Gets an ether for his trouble. Crystal acquired.
Yeah, the big thing we're missing on this seed is the info. I mean, I guess we have 2 of the pendants and Bread's side known.
Yeah. So we just need to know we just need to know the 3rd pendant.
Yeah, I was just thinking Meyer, if it is Bombos for entry, and we don't have that, it'll make the seed take longer, but it's just an inconvenience more than anything.
Yeah, it's not a requirement, as I've learned.
prieR not wanting to call go mode, like I think a lot of people would consider these to be kind of slow checks. Like they're not the worst, but because we can't skip the fire rod section on right side, but it is a little interesting. Like I would probably go for these, but I also don't usually win races. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe I need to skip some more stuff.
Unfortunately, Bread forgetting that he doesn't have a cave state big key.
Yeah, neither of them having a cave state big key is a little unusual.
Yeah, it is very interesting that they made the play to pod. But I don't remember their... Ooh, another 3rd bottle. I think that was that a small key to pod.
I think so, yeah.
Whatever, that's how I'll mark it. Okay.
Okay, where are we going now? I see prieR had skipped the torches, but I'm curious what... Oh, is this Chomps?
Yeah, there's a
okay, so I would not even do this. This is really slow coming back in. I mean, maybe it'll pay out, but if Bread gets the fire rod and starts go-moding, although Bread doesn't have Samaria from Paradox, so it's less of a good go mode. I don't know, this is interesting.
Mirror.
Yeah, Mirror's a good find. It's not huge in this seed, but it's always convenient to have. Like, we would never not like to see that.
Right.
Bread is doing the wrong orb to Para. I wonder if this is eventually a play into Swamp after we check some items here. Why are we not getting the big chest? Oh wait, because he can't. We're still in cave state with no cave big key. What are you doing?
And so now prieR just got his knowledge regarding thieves being a pendant.
Alright, probably gonna beeline Skull Woods then. Yep, looks like it. Well, we'll get the bumper
do a ledge check first. What does the ledge have for us today? A small key. And he is not gonna pursue that. Thank you, Malmo. Or is he? He thought about it. Nope, he wants it.
prieR prieR really is giving a lot of time to Bread-kun with like just little things like that add up. Like if you're like indecisive.
Oh, and that small key to high roll.
I mean, whatever.
Checks.
It's not.
Ooh, glove. Not that it matters.
So Bread did successfully dupe the race game sword one time, and he did do another potion consumption when he went back. I don't know if the YBA was successful or not, but maybe it was. Bread never went back to, you know, grab it if that was the case.
Hmm. You're right there, Checks. Nice flute.
Okay, so flute and glove in swamp is interesting. Some convenience items.
No, that was a flute for that was a flute in skull for prieR.
Oh well, pardon me. I don't know.
No. My apologies.
I'm getting mixed.
My apologies for not clarifying. prieR not really checking much. He's just making a beeline. Looks like he's going to make a beeline to Moth. Unless he's just going to do this one check and then that's it.
I know, prieR maybe is trying to get a sword or silvers. Because silvers or a sword would save a lot of time on Ganon. In my personal opinion, the Trinex fight is like the worst Master Sword fight. But the Ganon fight is definitely slow, though.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if prieR... I think he might have a potion, but he's a little dangerous given...
He can use the lamp, but he's very aggressive. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, fortunately, mummies usually drop small magics, so...
Well, but did prieR know that? Because Rando has shuffled prize packs.
Oh, that's true. Then no, I think he just got lucky then. Red got a big key to Skull. And the map to Eastern. But I say very interesting, prieR actually opting for beams. Gets the job done though. Got rid of Moth. Fire Shield. And a crystal.
Yeah, so prieR has the lead right now, because Bread only, you know, succeeded in acquiring pendants. Although we are about to find info about Swamp, though, so hopefully for Bread's sake, this is a crystal. Alright, where are we going on prieR's side? Are we cleaning out the front, or are we just leaving? I'm very curious.
I'm gonna guess he's probably gonna clear it out, because I would expect it'd be faster just to save. Oh no, he's leaving. But I thought it'd be faster just to save and quit. But maybe
with South Dark World is a little inconvenient with this equip because prieR didn't get the hammer or the glove that Bread has.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Argus is down for Bread-kun and gets a crystal. Nice catch.
Well, at least he got it. That is one crystal and one crystal boss on the board for Bread.
Yeah, that would be devastating if that was in fact the pendant.
It really would. Like I would feel bad for Bread because that kind of thing happens to me like too often.
Now prieR will go ahead and get the brewery. Okay, Bread-kun has gotten more knowledge. Eastern is in fact a crystal.
Okay.
And we already knew, of course, Hera was from prieR.
You know, there's some very interesting, commonly checked areas that have been skipped by both runners. Like Bread not getting Paradox and prieR not getting Mini Moldorm. Like they both have really good items. The other one doesn't have, but more so the Samaria on prieR's side is a really big deal.
Yeah, probably out of all of that. And, I mean, well, I guess there are other ways to get in the swamp, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, it should be known that, yeah, prieR has yet to actually activate the flute. So right now
I could have done it with the mirror, but did not.
So right now he's just got something that you can just make a song out of. Okay, let's see here. What is the play from? What is Meyer? Meyer is Quake. So.
All right. Well, that's convenient for them, or at least specifically for prieR. I think that Bread did not get Quake. I can't remember where that was.
I don't remember either. What the hell is
prieR will save a lot of time on Swamp over Bread, though, because prieR can just Death Hull Argus and then hook push to Moth Super Tile to get the crystal like we do in major glitches speedruns.
Oh, Bread got stuck in a wall.
Yeah, I think you just can't push up when you're doing that clip. We call it the TR climb. Alright, so prieR into Meyer.
It might have been.
We even have the big key and Samaria. This is an unusually, like, vanilla seed for prieR.
Yeah, Scar, it might have been because Bread hasn't, because I remember from the items, Bread has done, as JD just mentioned, prieR hasn't done Mini Moldorm, and Bread hasn't done Paradox. And
yeah, it was Paradox.
And that's where,
I remember that
currently that's where all the magic's at. Where everything is happening.
Yeah, as soon as it was mentioned, I remembered. It was in the same room with Samaria, so it's kind of like a Meyer care package right there.
Oh, the big key to Eastern.
It's kind of an amusing location for that, because a lot of people like to go to Meyer from Eastern in this mode. So Bread about to get the Fire Rod in Super Bunny, and yeah, we'll have to see what he does from there. It's really unfortunate that Bread did not get the mirror. Because, like, that would just give him the Paradox checks right now.
Yeah, I'd be curious if he'll go back to grab it. Or go do that check, I should say.
Oh, this is a Skullwoods play from Bread, and I like it, like, reacting immediately to picking up the Fire Rod. So this is a map rap called Scudgewoods, named after the, the famous runner, Super Scudge.
prieR doing some hook push shenanigans.
Yeah, nice stuck hook there. Just needs to, like, overload or do the release like that.
And there we are.
Alright, the Bread was making me nervous. If this is something you don't know how to do, it's dangerous. Okay, so it was successful. So the reason why Bread was very careful like that is because if you move or get nudged right at all during this map wrap, it will hard lock the game. Like, and the only way out of it is to hard reset. Okay, so prieR into the Vitreous fight.
prieR with a very creative interpretation of the spins. But got the job done.
Yeah, maybe just playing it a little bit safe, I guess.
Boss defeated, crystal acquired. Okay, so right now four bosses.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Despite his thoroughness, prieR is maintaining a lead. I mean, Bread doesn't have the same quality of items that prieR does, but it is interesting. Oh, also, I think we can mark Hera for Bread. I'm pretty sure he did that, unless I'm just crazy.
Oh, yeah, no, I missed it. That's right. Done. Fire shield. Crystal. Skull Woods.
Alright, so Bread is kind of catching up here, but... And actually, Swamp was... Well, Mire's the most difficult dungeon for Bread, not having the medallion, so... I don't know, we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Swamp and Mire.
Yeah, I mean, that was good info, because prieR didn't know about Swamp.
Yep. So now we got a Hype Cave check.
I mean, there aren't really many good items left that we don't know of, but I don't know, maybe there'll be silvers or something. I mean, the map was good, maybe, if, we have to be getting close to full info, right? I know, I think we have it now. I think ice has to be the pendant. Or ice or pod, actually. So that should be full info for prieR with the ice map. Or maybe not, maybe if he doesn't have the eastern map. But I think we, as the audience, will have full info if we get a check for ice. But,
as the audience, we know.
Yeah.
He doesn't. So
okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And he didn't check his map, obviously, so we have no idea. We still don't know what ice is at this time.
Yeah. Alright, so prieR's trying to set up a hook push, and having a... I would back up. Just being that close to the top wall is making it more difficult. Okay, oh, we're going left. We're not going right. Interesting. Or maybe not. This is a very different setup than what I've seen. Okay, not sure why we're going this way instead of to the right. We would have directly got the crystal that way.
Okay,
because
so
Mothiel is defeated.
So we're currently in what? We're in Swamp Hera?
Yes. Swamp State, but we're in, like, Hera rooms, though. Yeah.
Oh. Forgot where the hole was.
Yeah, I think maybe prieR doesn't know that the bumper is despawned, so you can just run right through it.
Where's Bread-kun? Setting up a hook.
Going to Ice Palace. Oh no. Well, hopefully for Bread, this is the crystal and pod is the pendant, I suppose. Because we want this to be a close race.
Nope, fell again.
Yeah, I really don't understand why prieR went to Hera instead of to Skull Woods with the hook push. Maybe he just doesn't know?
Fell again.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a case of prieR doesn't know that the bumper is not there because, like, this really is actually free.
Because he's currently set. Yeah, he's setting up like he's trying to pretend that there's. Okay. Nope, fell again.
Well, this is giving a lot of time to Bread.
Yeah, this is kind of opening it up a little bit here.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Bread exiting and re-entering gives us the proper dungeon state as opposed to cave state he was in before. And now we're going to set up a clip to save a key.
prieR didn't fall this time and has acquired... Okay, so what is this?
This is the swamp crystal, but prieR still has to fulfill, like, the Argus boss requirement.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just explaining as well for people that don't know. We do require that the crystal bosses be defeated as well. You cannot just claim the crystals. I mean, you can in casual play, but not by tournament rules, though.
I missed what ice was.
I missed it as well, unfortunately. I was watching Bread doing the conveyor room. It's always kind of a somewhat difficult room.
Okay. If, so spoilers, if I'm reading, prieR's thing correctly, it is a crystal.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you, type in chat for the confirmation.
Okay, good.
Well, this is good for bread.
Yeah, so at least we'll not be wasting his time. So be curious to see how many, if they... Well, okay, well, prieR now should have full knowledge, so that means he knows that pod is a pendant.
Okay, well, where are we going?
But he doesn't?
Oh, no, well,
Because
prieR
he...
doesn't have the eastern map, maybe?
Oh, he doesn't have the eastern map, that's right. So he wouldn't... Well, let me check that off, because I guess he wouldn't know that. Nope. So, okay, this is actually... could be a big way for Bread to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten pretty close, I would say, because prieR took a while to get that swamp crystal. And in just general, has been, like, being extremely thorough everywhere he went, like, despite, like, this... Like, aside from not having tempered sword, this is quite a comfy go mode.
Right, because I think Malmo had mentioned it earlier, as soon as the fire rod was grabbed, that it was go mode, so... Okay. Spam arrows to win. There we go. There's Bread.
Bread into the cold sear fight as well.
Having
one more.
Done and dusted. There we go.
Yeah, very nice.
So prieR, unfortunately, very disappointed with what he just saw.
Yep, it happens to the best of us.
Whereas Bread probably elated with what he saw.
Yeah, that should be... Well, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure, because if Bread hasn't talked to the bomb shop, doesn't know Myers a crystal, so...
Correct.
So prieR is the one with full info right now.
Yes.
And we're setting up a hook push to go to Armos Knights.
Yeah,
right,
so that's right.
Oh,
with that requirement, yes. So now he knows, or should know, that Eastern is now crystal.
Alright. Okay, the prieR is... I guess there's not any real danger, but I was gonna say, he's giving me anxiety with this hook push setup.
Oh, is this too much? Not...
Well, he keeps despawning his slot 9 block, which is, you know, it's just not gonna work if you do that. Also, you don't want to beam the wall that you're intending to travel through, like, generally speaking. Like, sometimes, like, that looked good, though. Like, I mean, it is avoidable if you have to do it, but, like, there's no reason not to do it the better way for this. So, like, that last attempt was, like, very good, though.
By the way, almost it is. Yep, 18 arrows to win. Oh, he ran out of arrows. Bam beams. Crystal acquired.
Yeah, I mean... Maybe we'll go to the upgrades, since we're, like, running low on bombs and arrows. Or maybe we'll just not. Okay, so Bread, it looks like missed a YBA.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the purpose of this YBA was. Maybe wanted to check the prize info of Pod without fighting the boss?
Either way, he reset.
Yeah, just to get the potion back would be my guess, if he didn't, like, have any other business here. Alright, so where's prieR going? Flute activate?
Probably to finally activate his flute.
Alright, so the goals that prieR has to complete still are Argus boss kill and just ice completion in general, before Agatu and then Ganon. So I'm really curious how many more item locations he's going to check, because there's really not that much game left for prieR.
So prieR gonna go grab some bottles. Meanwhile, Bread has Cave State Eastern himself.
Yep, using a glitch called Stairmaster, we are able to travel from Spectacle Rock Cave into Eastern in Cave State. And Bread gets the wrong cane in the Eastern Palace big chest. prieR is buying upgrades, as I kind of thought he might. So I'm a little curious how prieR wants to go to ice. Probably will do it from Kakariko, not having the glove. If he already was in the Dark World, a mirror wrap would be nice, but since we aren't, this is probably the fastest way.
Bread trying to hook push here, but you can't seem to get the setup.
Yeah, I missed what went wrong. I would shoot arrows into the south wall, not the left wall, but this could work. Yeah, it's either his sword beam is messing it up, or the arrows are despawning because he's shooting them like too far away. Like, if you watch this back, Bread, that little spot to the right of the door, to the south, you can put arrows in that, and just move to the left while you're laying the bombs. But he gets the setup. Oh no. Okay, so he took too long to do the release, and because the bombs exploded, he lost his duration, and therefore stopped moving in the wall. But he did unlock the Eastern Palace big key door, so that's something at least.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of progress. I think a nice reward for the green pendant. Blue potion.
Oh, very nice.
I love Bread's dedication to glitching. I don't think it's actually faster to go over here and then glitch to the top if you're already at Sahasrara, but I am not actually sure. Nonetheless, it was a nice clip. Little screen wrap there.
So now, prieR still doing checks. I think he's still trying to hope for at the very least a silver arrows to appear.
Yeah, either a second bow or another sword, both would save a lot of time on Ganon.
But I think as shown earlier, Bread-kun didn't really find anything.
Yeah. Bread could have done a couple more checks, like didn't go to the H room despite having hammer and glove. But,
No, prieR appears making a beeline for it.
Yeah, well, prieR can't do those checks. Well, it could do... Well, it can't do the one hammer check. I mean, rather...
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so prieR... I think he's got a potion for this, though.
Yeah, he bought a blue potion, which is
so he'll be
the
alright.
ideal one for this door.
Well, it's not just that, it's that he also needs to have... I think he also bought a green potion as well, because currently, before this, he wasn't able to... He didn't have enough magic.
Okay, also, PSA, I don't know if he had another blue potion, but, if you're trying to, like, consume something in the door so that you can use another potion, you could just bomb yourself, as opposed to wasting magic, which we need to do the fight. I'm not sure what he's thinking, though, right now. If he has a potion, like a blue or a red, he can still get to the boss. I mean, there also are some various hook push setups, but, like, they're not generally known by rando players, though. Specifically because he has to skip the hammer and the glove and not just the hammer, so a lot of people consider that to be more difficult. Well, Eastern down for bread. Another crystal and another boss. Okay, so I'm guessing we have a blue or a red still. Okay, we have another blue.
He's got one blue.
Okay, so this is a spin YBA for those that don't know. Drink a potion and transition on the same frame, and then release the spin directly afterwards is a specific potion glitch. And we can access the boss that way.
So little bit of a squirrely fight here.
It needs to be careful. These things do a lot of damage, but nice job so far.
Yeah, they do 4 hearts. The ice only does 2, so yeah, it's okay if he gets hit by them, but you really doesn't want to get popped by that puff.
Yeah, as soon as I said he's doing a nice job, like debris landed on him.
Yeah. Fortunately, it was only debris, not actually the puff, so we're all good there. So, ice done and dusted. Crystal acquired. Bread-kun, looks like we're going to try another hook push. Nope.
Yeah, having trouble with this room, but it looks okay. Well, I guess he telepathically, you know, heard what I was saying about putting arrows in the bottom wall there. Alright, so prieR just needs to kill Argus, and then can do Agatu and Ganon.
And so what is prieR's fastest way to Argus?
Desert is the fastest way. There are 2 different ways you can do it from Desert, but the fastest way would be Death Hole. But can also do an East Samaria and a Spin YBA if he wants to.
Oh, nice. Brett got the frame rule. Didn't get hit by the fire snake.
You know, prieR going back by the race game, I'm really dying to know if Bread has a sword just sitting there. I guess we'll just never know.
Suppose not. And so now for Bread-kun, since he currently entered through Eastern,
yeah.
So is he gonna have to do the whole? Well, no, I guess what, change the dungeon ID and do all that stuff, or?
I mean, he has to, unless he goes to Paradox and gets the Quake Medallion, but right now he can fulfill the boss kill requirement of the rules. But there's no prize because he has the Eastern Crystal already, so he's not going to get warped out of here. He's going to have to save and quit after the boss kill. And prieR is doing the Death Hole setup. This is if we die at the same time as falling into a hole created by Samaria Pit in this case, it's abusing the JP 1.0 mechanic, and it has some interesting consequences. And now we're in the Argus fight.
And so Bread-kun, of course, not having the big key, will have to hook push. So far, so good. Yep. And there we are.
Very nice. Alright, very nice Ice Rod kill for prieR. I love to see the 1 cycle phase 2 without tempered.
Okay, so that'll be it for Swamp Palace. So again, in case you missed it earlier, because he had already collected the crystal for Swamp Palace, he didn't need to. There's nothing to recollect. So, but he had to defeat the boss.
Yes, that is certainly correct, and I'm curious if prieR is going to refill his magic, you know, because we're going into a Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight shortly, unless he happens to find a sword on the way that we missed.
Mm-hmm.
There are two checks in TR that we have not seen that he can do that are on the way to Agatu.
Be curious to see if he does try to mess around with that. So yeah, unfortunately for Bread, a little ways away behind here at the moment.
Yeah, out of arrows, going to the store to buy more.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're not checking anything. So maybe he just wants to get the Agatu part done first and then get magic elsewhere for Ganon?
Oh, perhaps, yeah. Okay.
I mean, with all the checks that he did, I'm surprised he didn't, like, go for the big chest or, like, the lava chest, like, that we can do with North Samaria Village. But here we are.
I suspect probably after a little bit he just gave up. It was like, I can't do this anymore. I need to go win the race.
Well, I don't know. Do you feel behind at an hour? I guess in a seed like this, you probably would. But prieR doesn't know that Bread-kun was later to the Fire Rod and missed.
Yeah, I think
very nice Samaria and Quake, though.
I mean, I have no experience with the racing part, but from what I've seen, if you've noticed that, hey, I've got hookshot, Samaria, lamp, both rods, and I have a sword, it kind of implies to me that I should probably, hurry the hell up.
Definitely, yeah. This was a jet seed, and Bread just kind of got unlucky by skipping Paradox. I mean, I would say don't do that, but I mean, you never know what kind of seed it is or where everything is.
Well, right. I can only imagine too that with all of the goodness that prieR had found, he would think, oh yeah, like one of those high density spots has got to be, trash. So took his bets on the mini Moldorm cave not having anything, which I mean turned out he didn't need it, really anything in there.
Yeah, I mean Hammer would have given him a safer Trinex fight and potentially a safer Cold Stare fight, but yeah, flippers were totally irrelevant in this seed with Samaria and Lamp and Hookshot being available.
So prieR
did have a potion. Yeah.
prieR has 2 blues, so he's got he's got some safeties, so that's good.
Okay.
Touching Ganon does 8 hearts of damage, but he's got 11, so he's sitting okay there. Bread-kun looking like he is about to do some dungeon ID swapping.
That is correct.
Go get himself a Vidi prize. Damn rat's got
this. Yeah, so this door that Bread is trying to get on the other side of is a magic door. When we walk through it, from south to north, it does swap the dungeon ID with whichever dungeon is arbitrarily paired with the dungeon that you are in. And Bread is in Pod, but now the game thinks he's in Mire because of going through the door. So we need to go to a boss super tile and claim the crystal. And Moldorm's super tile is very convenient from here. Just needs to get through one wall and then Harapot to the top.
Whereas for prieR, it's 24 spins to win. And like I said, this race is his unless something tragic happens here.
Yeah, it would have to be like a power failure, I think, because Bread still has to do TR as well.
Yeah, he would have to fall. He would have to fall at this point, or fall like 3 times. Or someone cuts out his power. Yep, so Bread-kun has now officially defeated Mire, so we can go ahead and give him credit for all that.
Yep.
Thank you, Bloodstream, for 33 months. Appreciate it. Okay, So this should be it. Get your GGs in chat. As prieR's about to cross the line here. And then with an official time, according to race time anyway, of 1:04:08, prieR is the big winner for today's race. I gotta push the button.
Congratulations. Bread in Paradox, and has decided to forfeit though.
Yep, the forfeit flag has been waved. So let's hit him with the forfeit. So what this means now, just so before we get them in here, is now what this means is at 4:30 p.m., so a little less than an hour and a half, they are going to run it back one more time. So if you want to make sure to stay tuned for that, so that'll be very, very exciting. As they are currently yelling at each other in the race time. They're not actually yelling at each other. Let's see here. So we'll wait and see if they decide to jump in for a post-match commentary or not.
Big congrats to prieR for winning the race. For Bread-kun, it was just a bit unfortunate that the stuff he skipped was that's literally the two most helpful items in the game: the Quake medallion and Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, that was just the unfortunate part. Was just that, and Bread, out of sheer rage, has reset before we could get anything else. But yeah, no, that was unfortunate. That was just it. But again, like what you were mentioning earlier, it was very interesting that they had decided to, both of them, to not check a couple of major spots. Speaking of not checking major spots, prieR, GG's to you.
Congratulations.
So, what are your thoughts here on this very much a jet seed here?
Yeah, it was even more jet than the first race. It's even possible. Bread-kun told me he lost time trying to duplicate swords on a race game. I took the sword and I didn't even think of it. That's a big mistake. I'm lucky I found another one on BK chest in pod, but otherwise I found all items necessary to rush the seed.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys had talked about it, but it was interesting that you didn't hit up Mini Moldorm Cave, and he didn't hit up the Eastern Paradox, which is of course where you found all your goodies. JD, you had a question?
I was just gonna say something similar to what you just said. It's like the Bread was focusing on the YBA failures, which is impactful, but really just not having Samaria or Quake, Bread had a longer path to go through than you. So there was just no way towards the end he was going to be able to pull through. But I mean, still though, you played well. And yeah, this was a ridiculous jet seed. Oh, I guess, yeah, I did actually have a question, though. So when you were going to acquire the Swamp Crystal, I'm curious, why did you hook push to Hera instead of to Skull Woods, to the Moth Super Tile?
That was absolutely not intended. I just messed it up, and I just wanted to go to Argus normally, but I just did wrong. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you were trying to do the flipper skip hook push, not the Hera hook push. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
and I had a bottle. Did I have a bottle right there? Because I needed that to spin YBA to Argus. So I guess I had a bottle at that point.
Yeah, you could have backed it up with the mirror as well. I think you had the mirror by then as well.
Yes.
But... Okay, so yeah, I mean, if it's an honest mistake, I mean, that makes sense. I was just curious about it. But if you are doing that route again, like if you want to, like say you want to do it intentionally, I could give you just a little tip that the bumper actually is despawned when you have a broken camera like that, so the movement is actually not as precise as you were like thinking that it was. Maybe just keep that in mind if you do find yourself in that situation again, and you'll get that done a lot faster. Just
Oh,
wanted to give you a heads up on that.
okay.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I think you did really good race. Just very interesting. With did you? I guess in the back of your mind, did you think of maybe you should have hit up Mini Moldorm Cave at any point, or by that point you're just like, no, I have all the items I need. I'm just gonna get the hell out of here.
Uh, what could I hope for at that point? I don't really know. Maybe a glove, glove and hammer, but not really because maybe flippers could speed that up, but I don't really know. Maybe a sword or silvers, but
Gotcha.
no,
Yeah.
no good reason to go on with chest.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Fair. Um, JD, do you have anything else?
Well, I was just going to say, so we did see that hammer and flippers were in Mini Moldorm Cave, and there was a glove in Swamp, in the front behind the bomb wall.
Oh,
If you were just curious about those item locations.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't have been super helpful to you, but, I mean, maybe a little bit. Like, the hammer would have helped with the Trinex fight a little bit and the Cold Stare fight. But I mean, yeah, you pretty much just a sword or silvers to make Gan faster was what I was thinking that you were looking for, like most of the time.
Yes.
Okay. And so yeah, so with that win, you guys are now tied 1-1. And as I mentioned earlier, you guys will get to run it back here in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So what are you going to be? You're just going to try to just zone out and chill out before you guys try to do it again here in a bit?
Yeah. We'll just talk with Bread-kun because he already opened another race room, so I guess we have to wait for the restream.
Oh yeah, we would appreciate if you did. Yeah. So, okay, very good. Look at that item. Wow, sub 100 item count. Very good. So, all right. So then, just to put everyone up to speed here. So, like I just said, everyone is now at 1-1 here in the second round of lower bracket. They are going to run it back again on the same channel. It'll be on SpeedGaming at 4:30 p.m. EDT. So hopefully you guys come back, get a little snack, get a drink of water, come on back for that. But yeah, I think that'll be it. So if you do you have any last comments? Do you have any last comments, prieR?
I do not really have special comments. As I said, it was even more jet than the first race. I'm not really what I want to say. I'm not really used to jet seeds in no logic. I know I'm missing some skills and I knew Bread-kun could have do sub hour on that one, so I'm always afraid my opponent can do better. There was better to do on that seed with my wording, I guess. So I'm pretty glad I won that one. I'm pretty lucky, I guess.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you for those last words. And then JD, do you have any words to wrap up on?
Well, I just wanted to say congratulations again to prieR and GG's to Bread. We always thank people for playing, and yeah, thanks to you for tracking and helping me out with comms as well, Buddha, and I don't know who our SG helper was, but you know who you are, so thank you. And yeah, we'll see you shortly.
Yeah. So then, on behalf of prieR and Bread's just busy. I think just wanted to rest and set up here. And on behalf of JD, I'm Misanthropic Buddha. And yeah, I will be back at 4:30. I don't know currently if anyone has signed up to join me on comms, but we will soon see. But thank you so much, and hope you have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and we will see you all in the next one.
Thank you.